Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a really quick and easy tube headband. These are made out of the Performance Knit from My Fabric Designs, and it just has an easy seam and edge. I usually wear these raw edge, but the way we're going to sew it makes it fold under really easy, as you can see here. And these foam heads are so small, it just doesn't display the full size. So you're going to need a piece of at least two-way stretch. I'm using the Performance Knit. This is my cowhide pattern. This is 20 inches long and 5 inches wide. So you can see when it's folded out, that's about how wide it gets. Again, these foam heads are so bloody small, it's just ridiculous. Because it's two-way stretch, you're not going to have to work with a stretch stitch because you're not sewing on this edge where it's got a stretch. It's got a really nice stretch to it, but it's only one way. The way we're going to be sewing is across this short piece, and it's not stretch. So you can use a regular straight stitch. I do lengthen the stitch a little bit just because of the feel of the fabric. It just works better with the machine if you lengthen your stitch a little bit. Just put the two edges together. Now, I would say to turn down your tension just a little. And I'm breaking all the rules and using a Microtex sharp needle. I know you're supposed to use ballpoint, but I find that it really does work better for me on this type of sewing if I use the Microtex needles. They just go straight through everything, especially because we are going to sew through several layers. Now you just back stitch at the start and the end of your seam. Cut your threads. You don't have to be super neat because this is going to be inside the fold and it's going to be on the back of the head. You're not really going to, it's going to be hidden by your hair. You're not going to see it. So now you're going to fold it out, and it's going to take just a little bit of fiddling. You're going to fold each edge up to the middle. It'll take just a minute to get it all sorted out. Fold your edges kind of nice and neat around on both sides, and then you're going to fold it one more time into the middle. When you first fold, you'll probably overlap. Just readjust a little bit because that makes a really thick pocket if you don't readjust it. And you're just going to sew right down that seam where you already sewed, basically stitching in the ditch. There's a lot of ways to hold this flat. I usually just take a clip and pull the pins together, and that was Joy the kitten saying hello. You just sew again right on that seam. Now, because it is so thick, some machines are going to have a little trouble with it. If you've got you can use your hand wheel to get the needle through, makes it easier. I usually start backwards because where those two pieces meet, it can push a little bit because it's thick. So I just go backwards and back stitch before I go forward, and back stitch again at the end, pull it across, and that's all you've got to do. Your headband is ready. All you've got to do now is clip your seams, which is always awkward when I'm trying to keep my arm out of the way of the camera. So you just, and again, thread snips make this a lot easier because you can get a much neater clip on your thread just because the size of the blades are small, so you don't have the distance of the blade between the fabric and where you clip. You just have less threads out. So that's it. That's all you've got to do, and your headband is complete. Like I said, I usually wear it with the raw edges out just because my hair is so dark and it's beginning to thin as I age. So I like more coverage on my head. But the way we folded it in, it's going to naturally fold over. Just whatever width you want. You can fold just in the back. You can fold in the front. But that's it. It's a headband and all done. No fighting with stretch, which is great to have a nice stretchy headband without worrying about fighting with a big stretch stitch, especially if you're not used to sewing with knits. So enjoy.